Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I brought in this azalea. This is probably my best flowering tree. It gets absolutely covered in big, reddy, dark pink flowers, and they last for ages and it looks really well. But it seems to have gone a bit downhill through neglect again by me. And I don't know if it's getting too waterlogged or it's not getting enough water. I think probably more so waterlogged because there's a lot of weeds in it, and I think it's been in this pot for a few years now, so I'm going to give it a repot, give it some fresh soil, and hopefully it'll help bring it back a bit. I should have pruned it after it flowered last year, but like that a lot was happening last year, so a lot of my trees got neglected. So I'm going to try and get it back into health this year. It still flowered brilliant last year, but since it flowered it just seems to doesn't look as healthy as the rest of my azaleas. So I'm just wondering, is it getting a bit of root rot or what? So I'm going to repot it today. So it has got one wire holding it in here, so I'll take that one out. Actually, you can see there's a lot of weeds growing in it. The soil itself is probably okay, but there's just so many weeds in it now. So I'm just going to give it a fresh start with some fresh soil. As you see, it's still quite crumbly and stuff, so I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that it's just been raining non-stop here for, I can't even remember when it wasn't raining. We get the odd day here and there, but most of the time it's just raining continuously. I haven't had to water my trees, I say, since November. I'll tell you how much rain we've had. I know you wouldn't water them much in the winter anyway, but normally we don't go 1 or 2 days without rain. So it doesn't look too waterlogged or anything, but it just seems a bit sad at the moment, and it has done since it stopped flowering. It hasn't looked great. My other azaleas are all looking good and healthy at the moment. This one just looks like it's not too happy, so we'll give it a little bit of fresh soil. Not too sure how aggressive you can be with azalea roots, how much you can trim off them and stuff. Probably should have looked that up, but we'll just treat it like any other tree. Just try and get a lot of this muck out of them. I think this tree was just planted from its original plant pot from the nursery into this pot, and it's been there ever since. So first day I'd say I didn't take out all the nursery soil, and there's some in it. So today I'll try and get rid of a bit more of that. A lot of weeds trapped in amongst it. Okay, I'll just give that a quick rinse. I don't want to rip out too much of this because I know they do have very fine roots. So we'll give it a wash and I'll clean up and we'll come back and have a look. Okay, so I washed the roots. One of the branches actually broke off when I was giving it a wash. So yeah, I think the main thing with this tree now is just to try and get it back into, like, there's flower buds all on it down here and it's still got flower buds, but I'll just see what we can do. I know it's probably just going through its winter stage. They do look a bit drab sometimes in the winter, and it'll probably perk up again once the sun eventually does come, if it ever does. I was actually hoping to do a bit of a bench tour, just to give you guys a little look around my benches and stuff, but that isn't going to happen today with this weather again, raining again, so maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Okay, I'm not going to do much more with that. I'm not too sure about cleaning out all them roots. Seems to be pretty matted in there and solid, but I'm afraid to pull out too much while this tree is in such, not terrible shape, but not in great shape. I'll definitely this year, after it flowers, give it a trim back, try and get it to reduce a bit. Now the other thing, I had it in this big pot and I noticed that it was just growing in one side of the pot, the other side of the pot was just all loose soil, so I'm thinking I'm going to change the pot to something smaller. So I have this one here, thinking maybe I could put it in this one, it might look nice with the red flowers, or reddy pink flowers. And maybe put it, because that branch broke off now, I might put it more of an upright tree, and then at least in this round pot we can decide on a front at a later date. So I think I'll do that. I don't know if it'll help or hinder it, but I will wire it in because again it's quite top heavy, especially when it's flowering. Use some of this finer wire for this. Put 3 pieces in. Like that azaleas, I find from my azaleas during the winter they do look like they're in a bad shape and everything, but they normally do come back well in the summer and you realise you were just worrying for nothing. But I just think this one definitely needs to be in some fresh soil, because like that, it's been in that pot since I got it a few years back now, and I don't think that soil that was in was great, to be honest, either. So put it in some nice fresh bonsai soil, put a bit of drainage cloth on the bottom of that. Get some soil. I put some slow release fertilizer in the soil, so that might help too. Okay. We take this leg as the kind of front. Push that in. Wrap this around here. Not to tangle up the roots. A little twist, and then bring this one around this way. That in a little while. You could probably take these wires off, just cut them off the bottom, pull them out once the tree is taken, but I just want to make sure it's firmly in the pot while it's recovering. Okay, so we'll just snip them back a bit. One last little pull, and we'll just bend them down. Okay, so that's it in the pot. Just fill that up again. At least now it won't be getting waterlogged. And it'll be free from weeds, so I get a lot of oxygen into the roots to help it recover. A lot of these branches are far too long now. Should have been trimmed back after the flowering last year, but we missed that. Okay, now last thing I will do is I'll just go over the tree, taking off any old seed pods that were on it from last year. Again, they're probably not helping. Put the glasses on for this. So a lot of the energy probably went into last year's seed pods instead of the foliage, so definitely best to trim them off as soon as they finish flowering. They seem quite healthy. You can see all the seeds, all the flower pods in there, flower buds, so it will flower again nicely, I would say. And like that, we'll give an update on it later on in the year, and hopefully I'll be showing you all the lovely flowers on it. this year. You can see last year's old flowers still sitting in there. Getting rid of all them. Okay, so I'll take that out, give it a watering, even though it's lashing rain again. It'll be well watered. I'll give it a little watering and we'll put it on the bench. And hopefully, well, I'm pretty much certain I'll give you an update and you'll see it with all the flowers on it. Maybe there won't be as many as normal because of how it's gone, but they're quite big flowers, so it fills out quite a lot. Okay, so that's that done. Again, give me a thumbs up if you like the videos, subscribe, hit the notifications so that you get to see the trees when I bring them back up again, and we'll see you on the next one.